Hello, my friends. Hope you're all feeling well. Right, finally, we got around to doing the video that I'd intended to do rather than change my mind at the last minute. And this is the the Steelbook and other pickups for the last 3 months, which will be June, July, August. Now, I'm sorry to have to start off on a rather sour note, but it would appear that this will be the last Steelbook pickup video for the foreseeable future. The reason for that is that I won't be buying too many. And the reason for that is that I've had a falling out with Zavvi. Now, unfortunately, Zavvi get most of the exclusives, although HMV and other places do get the odd. But most of my purchases have been with Zavvi, so there just won't be enough material to do one. Now, I'm not sure of the wisdom of just doing a comic book and other various pieces of pickup, so it's possible that the pickup videos will be few and far between now. On the bright side, I still have plenty of stuff to show you outside of pickup, so I'll still be very much active on the channel. Now, just to get back to the Zavvi situation, I was aware that a lot of people had problems with Zavvi over many years with the customer service side of things. Now, personally, I didn't pay much mind because although I've had a couple of issues, they got resolved, and I never really sort of thought about it much until recently. I pre-ordered all of the Star Wars 4K 3-discers, all 8 of the films. I've already got one. And I got, the first one came all right, New Hope, no problems. The second one I got, and I didn't actually notice at first, but I noticed there was a lot of people online complaining about the cover being scratched. So I had a look at mine, and you've got to catch it in a certain light to see, but there are actually 2 scratches running across the top of the Steelbook. Now, I put in my complaint to Zavvi eventually after I discovered that, and they sent me some BS reply that they would have to have a word with the distribution people, the warehouse people. So I thought, well, ridiculous. I wrote back and said, well, this is not a warehouse distribution problem. It's actually a manufacturer's error. Anyway, I eventually got a message saying, this is a wide problem, a common problem. I don't know whether it was all of them or just a batch. And we are actually going back to the manufacturers to get a reprint done. So I thought, fair enough, and then we will send it on to you when they're done. So I thought, okay. Even though I was a bit taken aback by the first reply I'd received. These people actually read your stuff or care what you've written, Anyway, week or so later, I received the third film, Return of the Jedi, is it? And had a big dent in it. Big dent in the top. So even though it was sold out, I thought, there's no way I'm putting up with that. So I emailed them, and I got the usual eyewash back about, we'll have to check with our warehouse, blah, blah. And I said, well, look, I don't see the point of that, it's a problem. Can I either have a refund or an exchange? Well, as it happens, although it was sold out, Xavi announced that they actually had them back in stock. So I didn't put my complaint in. You know, I expected that when it came back in stock, they would keep one for me and send it out as an exchange. But unfortunately, the reply to my email saying, look, you've got it back in stock, I would like an exchange, please. Their reply to that was, oh, we've sold out again. So by this point, I was a little bit peeved, to say the least. So anyway, I didn't write any angry emails back. I simply cancelled all my pre-orders of the rest of the Star Wars films and any others that weren't being processed, and with a vow that, you know, I'm just not dealing with Xavi again, because quite frankly their PR, their customer service sucks. There's no kind way of putting it, and all those people that complained were right. So that's me, and that's where I am with Xavi at the moment. I mean, you know, the acid test is going to be if something comes out that I really, really love and want in 4K on Steelbook. What do? Well, we'll wait and see. Watch this space. Anyway, that's that out the way. Little rant there about Xavi. I've got another one coming later on, strangely enough. But anyway, the Steelbooks that I have picked up in the last 3 months, a few of them. Unfortunately, sorry gamers, there's still nothing that in my price range that I need, so it might be a while. But as soon as I get some, well, I'll include them in some pick-up video or another. Okay, well, that was a nice little one that came up. It's the Fifth Element. Lovely cover. Usual problem, lousy back, but it wasn't a bad price, that one. So for a 4K, I was quite happy. I mean, I haven't watched it yet in 4K, but I'm sure it will look very nice. Now this is a strange one. There might be a lot more people peeved with Xavi than me, actually, because a short while back, Xavi did this is a plain Blu-ray, by the way, of Interstellar. Xavi did a exclusive edition that was actually limited to 2,000. And if memory serves, this looks exactly the same. So whether they've just had it reprinted, but I thought, well, I missed it first time round, might as well go for it now because it wasn't a bad price. But I would imagine if it is exactly the same as the other one, then all of those people that thought they had a nice rare edition, you know, at 2,000 copies are going to be well peeved. So that was that one. Right, so that was the aforementioned Star Wars: A New Hope, the first of the 3-disc 4K editions. These have all got the original film posters on, by the way, which one of the reasons I bought them, really. I'm not a major Star Wars fan, but they look very nice, and they have some nice stuff on the back. And there is a lot of extras on, so yeah, I decided I would go for them, but unfortunately events have transpired, which means that I won't be getting the other 7 or 6, whatever. That was the one with the problem. You can't. It's weird. You can only see these scratches in a certain light. I don't know if there's any eagle-eyed there amongst you that can spot them, but I certainly didn't at first, until I caught it in a certain light, and then I spotted them and I thought, oh, not having that. Okay, now, even an old soldier like me, with lots of experience of this, that and the other in the collecting field, can get ripped off, quite frankly. This is a Xavi deluxe edition of Maleficent 2. Now it was up for pre-order way before Christmas, October, if I remember rightly, and it got delayed, and then there was delay, more delay, and just delay after delay, and I mean in the end I almost cancelled and wished I had. because this was 50 quid. Okay, I thought you must be getting something decent for 50 quid. Okay, what we have here is, trouble is I'm going to have to be very careful here. In fact, I'm not even going to bother. What we have here is the deluxe case. Now, to me, that's just a bit of reinforced cardboard with a couple of scrolly bits on and a bit of gold foil. You know, it's silk and it's not even leatherette. And inside I have exactly the same copy of the Blu-ray everybody else gets, and you can buy this for 15 quid now. So in all the time I've been waiting, I could have bought that for 15 quid when I got this. So that means I paid 35 quid for some lousy box that's not even, you know, I wouldn't consider that a deluxe edition. I've seen ordinary boxes that look better than that. So I was less than impressed with that also, I have to say. So that's another strike against Savvy, but there you are. That's the trouble with pre-ordering when you can't see what you're getting. Little tip for you. Okay, now these are better. These are the lenticular 4K versions of the Avengers, of the Marvel film. This one particular one's Avengers Endgame, as you can see. These normally sell out very quickly, so you have to be quick. I haven't unsealed that yet because I've watched the film a few times now, and I just want to keep it, you know, nice and minty, so there's no reason to take the wrapper off really. I don't actually have a 4K version of Captain Marvel, and I took this off because I decided to give it another watch, and I still don't like it. Wish everybody would do these slip-in covers. Having said that, now they've changed them. I've just remembered I put this bit over the top with the sticky bits on. I hate sticky bits. Anyway, that's the Captain Marvel lenticular. Yeah, I think I've got of the ones available. I've got about 2/3 of them now, so I'm getting there. But the others are a bit of a price, especially the Avengers and the Age of Ultron. It is another film that disappointed me immensely. The 4K version of Birds of Prey. Harley Quinn, blah blah. It's got a very long title, The Emancipation of, or something or other. I don't really care because the film was absolute nonsense. I've never been so bored in my life. And I thought it was going to be good. I like Margot Robbie, I like Harley Quinn. Oh, it was, well, just in my opinion, it was absolute drivel. Dross, eyewash, and any other derogatory term I can think of. Okay, now, the good stuff. Now, as I said to you last time, I started collecting these Titans of Cult. It's a series. The first one was Blade Runner, which I missed, and I'm trying to find at a decent price, unsuccessfully so far. This is the latest. I just got it this morning actually. Goodfellas. The trouble is these are absolute swines to get out of these boxes. So I'm going to give it a bash. If you'll just bear with me, I'll, in case you missed, yeah, I'm going to have to take the bottom out as well because there's a little card in here that's making it even bulkier. Right, okay, here we go. Alright, this is the Goodfellas one. Right, so what you get is the Steelbook. Yeah, I mean it's unusual. It's not exactly the brightest I've ever seen. At least you got something on the back. Now this is a sort of gangster film, Scorsese, that I've never seen. So I thought we'll have some of that. Inside you get 3 discs. You get the 4K, the Blu-ray, and an extra disc. And all of these come with a little gift, if you like, or a little badge inside. Now this is just a stick pin, you know, where you can stick it on whatever, your clothes or a board if you collect them, or just leave them in here like I do. Presumably that's some iconic image from the film, but so I wouldn't know because I haven't seen it. And also inside of this particular one, you get Mama Scorsese's meat sauce and meatball recipe. Well, what can I say? It's all stuff that you don't get in a normal 4K or a Blu-ray. So who am I to complain? So yeah, I mean, I'm liking this little series because they do some classic films, and also I just learned that the next one is one of my favourite films of recent years, V for Vendetta. So I will be getting a pre-order in for that. Pretty sharpish, but luckily it's not a Zavvi exclusive, so I'm good to go with that one. I believe HMV do it as well. Right, I'm not even going to bother putting that back in its case because it's going to take time which I don't particularly want to spend. Okay, now the last one I got was 2001: A Space Odyssey. And again, it's another one of these Titans of Cult jobbies. Now, I've got to be honest and straight up here and tell you that even though most people like this film, I gave it a rewatch when it came in 4K, and I lasted about 3/4 because I find it tedious, dull and boring. Nice steelbook, mind. Glad I bought it. Lovely steelbook, in fact. Nice bit of stuff on the back. There again, it's a 3-disc. You get a little iconic badge with the 8 men at the start of the film, and you get a patch as well. So yeah, that's what came with that. Like I say, it's a lovely looking steelbook, so I don't regret buying it. But as far as the film goes, I'm in the minority, I'm afraid, in not liking it. Okay, and there is another film I didn't particularly care for, but I'll certainly give it a second. That was the fourth in the Titans of Cult. I've already showed you the Wonder Woman one. And as I say, Blade Runner's one I don't have. So that was the fourth. Ready Player One. This is actually, I'll get it out, if I get it out. This is a very, 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 very nice steelbook. As many verries as you like. I'll just briefly show you what's in there. Yeah, that I do like. Lovely, unusual, different sort of stuff we should get more of, really, you know, considering you pay a premium for these steelbooks. There again, I think it's a 2-disc of this one, but you get a little poster with it as well, which I can't be bothered to unravel. And you get a little replica pin. It's a pin there of the key from the game. Okay, so yeah, that's Ready Player One. I shall be giving that another watch because I didn't much of it when I went to the cinema. See it in IMAX, but I should have really. And then the one I got quite a while back is the second in the series. That's the Mad Max Fury Road. That's a film I did like, so don't get the idea that I'm always belly aching about these Titans of Cult movies, because yeah, I enjoyed that one. And there again, it's quite a quite a nice steelbook. It's embossed, as you can see there. So very happy with that one. Again, nice 3-discer with some plenty of extras on, and then the bonus thing you get with it is this "Oh, what a lovely day," if you remember that from the film, and you get the little Nux badge. So I don't believe I watched that yet in 4K, but needless to say, that's something that I'll be putting right before too long. Okay, so that was the films, guys. Now I'll show you a couple of bits and pieces before we go on to the comic-y stuff and the hardback stuff. This is a new series of little arcade mini machines that play. These actually play older games than NES. It's the ColecoVision or the Intellivision or one of them. It's older versions of the games, but because you don't see them around too often, quite interesting. These cabinets are not as big as the other ones I showed you a while back, but nevertheless, they do have some very nice artwork on them. And they're only a tenner each, and they've got some iconic games. Of course, Defender, they're much more iconic than that. I happen to think that for a tenner each, they're very nice. That one's one you don't see around, Ms. Pac-Man. Not as popular as Pac-Man, of course, but then we have Asteroids, another very famous arcade game. And last but not least, we have Frogger. So yeah, I mean, they were all a tenner each, and I was quite happy to pick those up. Right, the other little odds and ends that I bought were a Master System adapter for my Mega Drive. You don't see these around very often. I paid 40 quid for that, but I think that's a reasonable price. And just to test it out, I bought the Transport card just because it's a shooter and I remember it. It was one of the first games I got with a machine back in the day, so I'll be giving that a run out very shortly. Okay, so now very quickly I'll whiz through the comic stuff. Now there's a new event in DC Comics at the minute, which is all I seem to buy lately. Joker Wars. Since seeing the Joker film, which I love and adore above anything, I've become a big fan of the Joker. And it started with a 9-issue sort of guide, well, an epilogue, prologue in Batman. I think it started with issue 86. Now, I've become rather enamoured with the variants because I'll show you. You've probably seen them if you're in the comic. These are like more or less virgin covers because you just get the logo up there and a couple of the artists and everything and the price, and the rest of the cover, you can see the pure artwork. And these Batman and the Detective ones I'm going to show you are actually card covers, and I like those. But yeah, I've gone all in for the virgin variant covers. So that is the first three. As I say, the prologue series to the Joker Wars was called Their Dark Designs, where all the villains got together and decided to take down Batman in a slightly different way. I won't give you any spoilers, but first 3 issues in the card is hard to say. Card cover variants hard to find. So this is actually the 4th issue, Batman 89. Right, I'll just run through these very briefly for you, just to give you a taster of the artwork. That's the Riddler. on 90, and Penguin on 91. I think that was the first appearance of a new character called Punchline, which everybody's going ape poo over. There's some debate about what was her first appearance, but I think they've settled on this one. Or was it that one? Might be the previous one. I can't remember offhand, but the prices are going up. And there's the first time she appears on the cover. That's Punchline. Batman 92. And 93, that's our friend Harley Quinn. Love these covers, by the way. 94, which I think is the last of their Dark Designs. And I believe that was the first. These are all sealed, by the way, so I can't even have a look inside. That was the first of the actual Joker War series. There again. Nice cover. And these are the continuation of that series. 97, and the one I just got, number 98, with Joker and Punchline somehow merging on the cover there. Weird stuff. Then these are just tie-in, so this is, get the right way, might be handy. This is Detective, what is it, 1022. These are all by Lee Bermejo, these covers. These are all the it's 1023. They just tie into the Joker War. They don't actually belong to the main storyline. I had to go online for this one. It cost me a tenner because this was underprinted. Detective 1024. My local Forbidden Planet only got 10 of them, so shows you, and it's quite a big branch. Shows you how rare that might become. 1025 and 1026. Harley Quinn 75. And the tie-in. As are the rest of these. No, I haven't been able to get a variant of Nightwing 70 yet because it's another one that was underprinted. It was pricey on eBay. That's Nightwing 90, 91, and 92, and 93, and the most recent, which I got yesterday, on Friday rather, 94. Then there's just a couple of odd issues. That was a Red Hood Outlaw one issue tie-in. A couple of Batgirl issues tied in. '47 and '48. Right, that was a recent series that just started. We can get it out the right way. The Three Jokers. It's a 3-part Black Label square bound issue, and stick that over there out of the way. Right, that was Frank Miller Batman. Dark Knight Returns, the Golden Child. The Batman's actually a girl in that particular story in the future. I picked up just recently Web of Venom, Wraith by Donny Cates, which I buy most of his stuff. That's a J. Lee variant. You know, I showed you some J. Lee stuff recently. That's a variant for Batman Superman 11. That's a very nice cover I picked up for Thor 5, which has become the latest hot comic. 'cause it introduces the Black Winter story. Well, not the storyline, but the actual Black Winter himself, or itself, whatever. So that might be a rather hard one to find. That's a third printing. And there's a new series called Death Metal there. These are foil variants. That's number 2, foil variant again. See it there. And I couldn't get a foil variant for 3, so I might do with the ordinary variant, but I shall keep looking. That was a spin-off from the Killer Smile Black Label oversized that I showed you a way back, involving the Joker. And that's the last 2 issues of, the latest 2 issues of Joker Harley. Criminal Sanity. I'll buy anything with the Joker in, so that's that. Now, kind of interesting items here. I don't know if any of you remember 2000, you know 2000 AD, but I don't know if you remember Durham Red, character that started off way back, and then a guy called Mark Harrison, yeah, that's him. He took it over and started doing some painted stuff, and they did 3 paperbacks. That was the first one, the Scarlet Cantos, which is not hard to find. That's the second volume, the Vermin Stars, which is not hard to find. But that one is Hen's Teeth, hard to find. The Empty Suns, the 3rd volume. I mean, I paid 40 for the 3, but that's probably worth 40 on its own, given current. And then I went back and picked up some stuff I had got rid of, but Judge Dredd Chronicles, large oversized paperbacks. These have got Bill Sienkiewicz's covers. So I've been trying to pick up his covers cheaply. I picked up both of those around a £5 each, so that was good. There's a nice, interesting little item. Remember I showed you Jay Lee stuff recently. This is a little booklet that he did for a PS1 game called Shadow Master, and it's quite hard to find. So for any Jay Lee enthusiasts out there. Right, there's a few hardbacks. I'll just quickly run through these because times are running on. And then I'll you Sever Crooks, Light and Darkness War by Cam Kennedy. So, but these were only a couple of quid each in a sale, and I was pleased to get that for a couple of quid. Jolly and Flytrap by one of my favourite artists, Arthur Soydam. And last but not least, we have The Art of Anthem. It's a very nice art book. And we've got The Art of Assassin's Creed 3, that was only a £5. And we bought for a £5. And I got this in a charity shop. It's the Wolverine Files. Drops out of the cover there into a sort of one of these books that's got little bios and what have you in. Quite interesting if you're into Wolverine. And then last but not least, couldn't not pick this up for a £5. This was on a charity shop job. The Halo Encyclopedia. Not a breeze block, that one. Like I say, for a £5, could not buy it. It's got lots of good Halo stuff in there. Artwork and the facts about the game. So, yeah, there you go, folks. That's pickups for June to August. June to August. Next up, probably do something on the Switch because I finally bought one. and was quite surprised by what I've been able to pick up for it. So yeah, anyway, stay well everybody, and I will see you very shortly with a Switch video. Bye bye for now.